Oh yeah, so here I am playing Boneworks on the Quest 2. Since that Node video they sort of made, a lot's really changed. There's a lot of mods now. For example, like the Spider-Man mod. I can't really describe just how natural this really feels. It's a very cool experience. It will definitely make it very hard to play any sort of Spider-Man game now, knowing that I can actually be Spider-Man and to actually webhook onto things. And you can sort of use the momentum to push you faster. And of course you can stick to walls and stuff. And you can also just dangle on your web. It's really fun to play around with this sort of stuff in the campaign. It just adds another element to the combat. It's crazy like just how natural it feels though. Like you can really fly. And like it's like you literally feel like Spider-Man. There's no other way to describe it. So this map I'm playing on, it's like a custom map I found online. I'll leave a link below, but it pretty much just lets you, it's much more of a bigger sandbox, I guess. So let's turn off the Spider-Man mod. I usually just change that and then turn the, what do I want to turn off? The web slinging. Web crosshairs off, please. Alright. So this is just, I guess, the modded game. The cool thing is you can get completely custom guns. And it just adds so many more sort of guns. That's a slow-mo toggle I just shot over there. But it really just adds so much content to the game. It's crazy how sort of realistic just doing stuff like that is. Sort of undescribable. It just feels like you're in the world. Obviously we have lightsabers. Completely modded out as well. There's a dismemberment mod you can use these with, but it doesn't really feel the best, but you can't really beat having lightsabers. And just like being able to mess with them with your hands. It just feels so cool. And we've got, this is sort of the Modern Warfare guns pack. So it's just a range of guns from Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Good game. They are a little bit more glitchy than the normal ones, but it's still cool as shit. So you can obviously have the ray guns from Call of Duty as well. You know what we need? Some freaking enemies. Let's get some oh buddy. So yeah, you really can't describe how cool it is. Modding the hell out of this game. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. Like, it really feels like Gary's mod. It really feels like Gary's mod, like back way when it was really popular. This really feels like a physics simulator. Feels like you can sort of do whatever you want and then try and break the game. This is from Apex. No, this is from Titanfall. And then going in slow motion. You'll actually see the bullets are different. So the ejected bullets are different to the unejected ones. Pretty cool. When I first started getting into VR, Half-Life Alyx was like my favorite game for sure, but it's very comfortable, which is I guess the biggest problem with Alyx, is it's built for sort of noobs. Where there is something like this, it's really like built for hardcore people, but so I really do think this is the greatest game I've ever played. I mean, just the sheer sandbox element to it. Especially now that I've added mods to it, it's just next level. I really wish the devs would add Steam Workshop support, but that's another story. Again, it's just so cool reloading and everything just feels so natural. Not that though. So this is like an actual gun in Boneworks. You'll probably see it actually feels just a lot more natural. To sort of put things in and out. You can even sort of fuck around with the way you reload. sort of find unique and crazy ways to do everything. There you go. Pretty cool, right? Let's go back out of slow motion. It's really like, this really is just so cool. It's like a full-on physics sandbox. And it's good as well, after like a couple thousand hours of playtime, you can really get sort of used to how to do everything. Like one really fun thing to do is sort of go into slow motion, and you can find these sort of crazy ways to reload like that. Another classic is you just mag it out, you can punch it out, you can put it back in. Pretty freaking cool, to be honest. So again, like a really weird way to sort of reload is you can do stuff like that. The gun's always glitching out. Alright, one of the greatest guns is the ones with the laser pointers. It feels a lot more satisfying sort of aiming with the laser. But again, as you get more playtime, you just really don't even need to aim. Like it just becomes natural. You can also mess around with the melee guns as well. So I have like a Spider-Man jumping mod enabled. You can really sort of fucking... It's just fun playing around. If you put a knife into his head, it usually doesn't kill them until you take it out. Maybe it does. And you can really sort of see, you can even like spark the guns, which is pretty cool. It's very immersive when you can sort of look down and see your elbows in the game. And they're like one-to-one with your real elbows. Got a pickaxe. This is one of my favorites. Just use it as a staff. You can even get sort of these modded guns. It just feels like Gary's mod. There's no other way to describe it. Where's a pistol? Yeah, so you can find like these sort of really weird and abstract ways to kill people like that. Like with a saucepan in slow motion as a gun. There are like all these weird things you can sort of find to do. Like, so this is the balloon gun, and you can pretty much just literally let this guy fly. So then obviously we reach sort of a breaking point where the balloons are actually make him fly. This is the Nimbus Gun, it lets you fly. So the balloons have broken because they hit the wall, and now he's back. And he'll try and fight me, but he can't. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, what do I need? A pistol, please. And you can, you know, blow up the balloons, which again is very cool. So these are the gravity gloves. These are like these, I think they're called gravity cups. So basically what we can do is just spawn a bunch of people. And obviously we can get stuck here because we're in a corner. A very self-done. Okay, what happened then? It's a lot of fun playing with like the super high jump. So I've got the Spider-Man mod on, so you can jump really high. So we can do weird and unique things. For example, we're stuck with a bunch of enemies, we can Spider-Man jump up. and then kill them all. If my aim wasn't this bad. Which unfortunately it is. Okay. Alright. There's a couple ways I know how to reload. One of them involves doing that, which isn't going to work, is it? What do we need? One really cool thing you can do as well is you can literally spawn whatever you want using the utility gun. So we need a Nimbus Gun. Done. Whoop, I'll take that. The Nimbus Gun lets you like no clip around the map. So you can go exploring. It's very fun in the story missions. It's really good for dev guns as well. Alright. And one thing is really cool is sort of like let's get Ford. He's a bit more friendly. It's really fun to like, you can sort of feel the weight of objects. Not so much now because I've got super mod on, but and they fully penetrate, which is very cool. Where are my ninja guns? Here. And you can like throw them and they kind of lock on, as you can see there. And you can, so you can get them, throw them. Pretty cool, right? And look, you just can't really beat guns at the end of the day. Hey Ford, sorry mate. We've got these kitchen knives. And you will actually notice they spark, which is another crazy detail. And this is so you have the adjustable knives. Obviously my hand's getting in the way, but pretty cool nonetheless. And you have your super basic melee weapons. Can't beat a pipe, can you? This is very good in the campaign when you don't have guns. Let's get one of these and just see you later, mate. Oof, super jump. And then we can hopefully put this on here. So if we grab onto it, it'll slide us down. So if we jump up, we can grab onto it there, and that didn't work, obviously. What have we got here? Another really cool thing to do is if you go into slow motion, and I've set to toggle because holding the button down is super annoying, you can actually fight with Ford in slow motion, which is very cool. Alright, so he's blocking right now. And it's really cool in slow motion. You can sort of... What's he gonna do? You can sort of block his moves. And watch his body react. Oof. Sorry, mate. If we go a bit faster, maybe. You can really block his moves in slow motion. Catch them and counter punch. I think because we've got super strength, it is a lot more fun, I think, just being able to do stuff like this. I'm just going, see you later, Ford. Sorry. You can actually put headphones on in the game. You can actually put headphones on. And you can put some music on, but we don't want to get copyrighted, so let's turn that off. Take that off, thank you. You obviously got medieval swords, pretty cool. You've got night vision goggles so you can see at night. Obviously not very useful right now. So this is the board gun. It lets you create boards between things, which is fun in like the zombie warehouse game. You can sort of build structures and block the walls off, which can be a lot of fun. So the way this scene here works is when you pick things up, they go back to their original position. So they've got like elasticity, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Whoa. Pretty cool, right? So we can place this and it'll move around. Very trippy stuff. In the new update, they added the hover junkers update, so we can get in these cars and we can turn them on and we can actually fly. And this is very hard, by the way. Here's this sun here, and it also has elasticity. It's very, very cool playing with this. Sort of, how far do you reckon we can take it back? Not that far, hey. We wing. There's skateboards on like a skateboard mod I found. There's probably a cool thing you could do with this, although I have not found it. It's weird how like you can really feel the physics in everything you do. Like by picking up this monkey and the way his body reacts and how he interacts with your body. It's just so weird, like it's so real. It's just a complete sandbox. Here we have some sort of tesseract, pretty cool. We have a computer. We turn the TV on. We can play with it. Got my king crown on. You can put a hat on as well. Pretty cool. We need a basketball hoop on this map. That's one thing it's missing. We really need super speed kind of messes up some of the physics, but worth it. It's also cool how like you interact with everything, like opening boxes and stuff. So one of the coolest guns is this one. I don't know what it's called. So what it does is it like creates things between two objects so they get stuck together. So we could try and get Ford. Let's get a utility gun. So then we can sorry, but this is the wrong one. I just need to get rid of you quickly. Thank you. Hey, none of that. Oh, look, he's skateboarding. Oh, I don't want to kill him. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's weird how like these things you think there's no way you can do. Like you'd think no way the physics in the game has that built in, and then it does. Like we can make the NPCs. I think he's dead now. But you can make the NPCs skateboard. Like what on earth? One thing I really wanted to do was sort of get a bunch of Fords and stick them together. So if we go to utilities and get some NPCs, let's spawn some Fords. I'm trying to think what part of their body can I connect that would make them sort of the least. I think their feet. So their head and their foot. So if we get their... because they need a... Where on his body? So should we do feet? Because then if we do like sort of... Yeah, like that. I was sort of hoping they wouldn't get all tangled. So then if I grab him, just here, can we fly? Woohoo! So let's hope they stabilize. But I mean, it's actually weighing me down. But I mean, the fact that you can even do stuff like this is so cool.
Oh, what up, son?
Can we do a teeth inspection? Open up, big boy. You alright?